Now, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has decided to set up a refinancing facility to introduce a wide range of concessions for business and individuals affected by COVID-19. Licensed commercial banks, licensed specialized banks, licensed finance companies and specialized leasing companies are eligible to participate in this refinancing facility.
One such relief is to ease the liquidity problems that licensed finance companies and specialized leasing companies face as a result of the sudden withdrawal of public deposits and non-payment of loan installments. According to the central bank, such companies have taken steps to reduce the minimum liquid assets of the corporation to be held in fixed deposits, savings and loans. The deadline for licensed finance companies and specialized leasing companies to meet minimum capital requirements has been extended. Accordingly, such institutions have been given until the 31st of December this year to meet the minimum capital requirement of 2 billion rupees and until the 31st of December 2021 to meet the minimum capital requirement of 2.5 billion rupees. The central bank further states that attention has been directed towards formulating a program focused on providing liquidity support to these institutions under the Sri Lanka Deposit Insurance and Liquidity Support Scheme.
When you're looking at the COVID-19 battle, the economic front is extremely important, and the government has given multiple relief measures for people, including providing a moratorium for their loan repayments, including personal loans, vehicle leasing payments, and so on and so forth. And it was a long list. I think what is important is, since the central bank has given a clear guideline to the commercial banks not to take the installments and a series of relief measures, what is important is to, I think the commercial banks also need to adhere and coordinate with the central bank, because I think now at the moment there is a bit of a confusion in the market because some of the loan installments have been deducted, and some banks have proceeded that and some bank has not done the proceedings. It's automatic that there will be a confusion in the market because some banks have adhered to the guideline of the central bank, or maybe some banks have not, or there will be people will be confused basically whether why my loan has been deducted and why someone else's loan has not been deducted. So I think it's very important that the central bank and the commercial banks should work together, and I think the commercial banks also need to pass that relief to people if it has been if it's a guideline from the central bank, since it looks like a guideline from the central bank. So it's also important to looking at the stability of the banking and the financial sector, because it seems like most of the stimulus package and most of the relief measures announced by the government, that is funneling down to the banking sector. The banking sector profitability and the banking sector sustainability comes to a problem. For instance, the non-banking financial sector, most of their loan portfolios is from the micro, small enterprises and self-employed people. In Sri Lanka, about 50–60% of employment is in the informal sector. They are not coming to the formal sector. They are not taking loans from the formal banking sector or the non-banking financial sector. So they are basically working with the chit funds or with loan sharks with an exorbitant rate.
Looking at the overall COVID-19